Hello student, I am Assistant Professor Saili Patil from Sarath College. Today I am going to discuss with you MCQ's revision session of subject business taxation. In this session, this is the first part. I will discuss some headings, MCQs with their answers. So the first slide explains you that is the MCQs of business taxation. It is the revision session. If you like it, subscribe YouTube channel, Sarath YouTube channel, and like and comment in chat box, in comment box. The first question here we discuss. For assessment year 2020-21, medical reimbursement is exempted up to rupees option A 10,000, option B 15,000, option C 20,000, and option D that is 00 means no amount is allowed as a contribution toward the reimbursement of medical allowances. So medical allowances are medical expenditure are the expenses if the employee incurred any expenditure on his medical treatment or any other member of his family and the treatment is taken in a government hospital in hospital approved by the government, whatever the amount disbursement made by the employer, it is totally exempted from tax. If the treatment is taken in a private hospital, the expenses incurred by the employee are reimbursed by the employer, exempted up to rupees 00 with effect from 1/4/2018. Means before 1/2018 it is allowable, that is 15,000, but after or in assessment year 2021 it will not be allowed. So the total amount of medical reimbursement, that is the uh, perquisite, will be taxable under the head of salary. Then we may discuss the next heading. In assessment year 2020-21, standard deduction is allowed is A rupees 40,000, B rupees 50,000, C rupees 50,500, and D not allowed. In this heading from 2021, it is rupees 50,000 is allowed. So the correct answer is B. Then which of the following section deals with the provision relating to salary under Income Tax Act 1961? Section answer A, section 14, 15 and 16, section 15, 16 and 17, section 15 to 20, section 16, 17, 18 and 19. So dear student, when we discuss, there are the three sections included in salary part, and the section number 15, section number 16 and section number 17 is included in the Income Tax Act as a salary section. So under section 15, this is the section applicable for the salary, or what are the meaning of salary. Section number 16 and section number 16 and 17 explain what is included in salary, or inclusion definition of salary in 17. So wages, annuity or pension, any gratuity, any encashment of earned leave, computation of pension, payment on voluntary retirement, any fees, commission, perquisite or profit in lieu are the some points included in salary under section 17. So this correct answer for this question is section 15, 16 and 17, B answer. Then next heading, next question, that is deduction in respect of entertainment allowance is allowable to A, government employee, B, non-government employee, C, employee of local authority, and D, none of the above. So the correct answer for this heading is A, government employee. When we discuss the entertainment allowance, this allowance is firstly included in the salary. Then deduction is allowed under section 16, but the deduction included in salary for all the employees, including government, non-government employee of local authority, but deduction is allowed under section 16, that is the only to the government employees. So the correct answer is entertainment allowance is allowable, or the deduction is allowable to only government employee. Then next, private sector employee deduction in respect of HRA is available too. Deduction in respect of HRA, that is house rent allowance, section 10 subsection 13A, is available to government employee, C, employee of local authority, or D, all of the above. Every employee gets the deduction under section house rent allowance under section 10 subsection 13. So every employee is able to get deduction in respect of HRA. So correct answer is all of the above. Then children education allowance is exempted to the extent of rupees 1200 per month for 2 children, rupees 100 per month for 2 children, rupees 300 per month for 3 children, and rupees 100 per child for 2 children. So correct answer is D, rupees 100 per month per child. Maximum 2 children is allowed in the case of children education allowance is exempted to rupees 100 per month per child for 2 children, and correct answer is D. Hostel expenditure allowance is exempted to the extent of A, rupees 3600 per annum for 2 children, rupees 300 per month per child for 2 children, rupees 300 per month for 3 children, rupees 200 per child for 2 children. The correct answer is rupees 300 per month per child for 2 children. Hostel expenditure allowance is exempted from the salary of employee. So correct answer is B. Then when motor car having capacity not exceeding 1.6 liter is owned by employer and used both for private as well as official purpose. So, private as well as official work, running and maintenance, including driver salary, are borne by the employer. The value of motor car taxable in hands of employee will be, options are 1800 per month for motor car and 900 per month for driver. B, rupees 2400 per month for motor car and 900 for driver. C, 1200 per month for motor car and 900 per month for driver, and 1800 per month for motor car and driver. No amount is motor car and driver both. When it is used for private as well as business purpose, in this case the motor car valuation is, or the cc of car is less than 600 cc. The amount for this is 1800 per month, and value of driver, or if the driver is provided, the salary for the driver is rupees 900 per month for driver. So the correct answer is option A. Whenever the gift in cash is there, is it answers a fully taxable? B, exempt up to rupees 5000, C, exempt up to rupees 10,000, D, exempt up, fully exempted. So in this case you can say it is exempt up to rupees 5000. So gift in cash is always exempt up to rupees 5000. So correct answer is B. Employees' contribution to RPF is exempted up to option A 12%, B 9.5%, C 12.5%, and D 9%. The correct answer for this question is A, 12% of salary, and salary include basic salary plus DA if it is a part of retirement benefit, and commission, but the condition is if it is given fixed percentage on the sales or turnover. So 12% is the correct answer, and A is the correct option for this heading. So tribal area allowance are exempted to the extent of A, option 200 per month, B 800 per month, C 2000 per annum, D 600 per annum. The correct answer is option A. In tribal area allowance, the people who are working in this area, the tribal area allowance are exempted from their salary or the allowances rupees 200 per month. So correct answer is rupees 200 per month. Income from let out vacant land, it will be taxable under the head. This is the question from your house, income from house property, but this question is Not related with the income from house property, because when the income from the let out of vacant land, they are not saying the property or flat or building. It is a vacant land. Whenever we discuss the vacant land, it will be taxable under the head of income from other sources. So the correct answer for this heading is income from other sources. So income, if the income is from sale of house property, it will be taxable under the head A1 or A, income from house property, B, income from business or profession, C, income from other sources, and D, income from capital gain. The correct answer is it is the sale of house property. Whenever the person sold his property and earned something, that is the record under the head of capital gain. So the correct answer is D. It is the income from capital gain. Then the house property is used in own business and profession. Income will be taxable under when the person, though it is his own business and profession in property is used, still it is recorded under the income from business or profession and not for house property. So income from business or profession is your correct answer for this question. So correct option is B. Compute GAV of the house whose municipal value is 3,36,000, fair rent 3,00,000 with 35,000, standard rent 3,30,000, and actual rent received or receivable is 3,38,000. So the valuation for gross annual value will be, first of that you have to calculate municipal value or fair rent, whichever is higher. Among these 3,36,000 becomes your higher of A. Find out the second point, standard rent, that is the 3,30,000. Among point number A, that is 3,36,000, and B, standard rent, that is 3,30,000, least or the smallest value, that is 3,36,000 will be the RER, that is the reasonable expected rent. Then annual rent, it is not present, unreleased rent are there, so whatever the actual rent, consider as annual rent. Find out the higher value between RER, reasonable expected rent, and annual rent. That will be your answer, will be recorded further. So 3,38,000 amount is there, less loss due to vacancy. When we discuss the loss due to vacancy in this question, they are not mentioning loss due to vacancy. So the correct answer is 3,38,000 will be your gross annual value. So the correct option is C. Unreleased rent is equal to, it is the amount rent payable but not paid by tenant, amount of rent payable and paid by tenant, amount of rent payable neither payable nor paid by tenant, none of the above. The correct answer is yes. A option is correct, amount of rent payable but not paid by tenant. If the annual value of the let out house property is negative or loss is there, the deduction will be allowed under section A, no deductions, all deductions, 30% of GAV, and D, deduction only interest on loan. So the correct answer is option D, deduction only up to the interest on loan will be allowed if the income from house property is negative or loss. So the maximum limit of deduction under section 24B for interest on borrowed capital on or after 1,499 for acquisition of construction of self-occupied house property is A 30,000, B A 30,000, B 2 lakh, C 1,50,000, D 60,000. The correct answer is B option, that is after 1,499. The correct answer for the maximum limit for deduction under section 24B interest will be rupees 2 lakh. Okay student, thank you. I discuss here some MCQs from salary and some MCQs from your income from house property. In next session, we will discuss some basic question, basic income tax concepts and the other topics of income, other heads of income. So please like, share and subscribe Sarath YouTube channel. Thank you student.